Okay, Josh, for £5,000, it's time to play the final. Josh, this is the all-important final. If you can achieve perfection, you could be leaving with a prize fund of £5,000. If you fail, you'll be leaving with nothing, which is great news for the usual suspects, as one of them could be playing for a rollover of £6,000 on the next game. So, let's play the final round. Josh, here are your final 6 categories. They are 1960s pop, Vivaldi, football, Star Wars, TV drama, and keys. Now, you must answer all 6 statements correctly if you want to win the £5,000. Think carefully, there is no time limit, but once you've given an answer, your first answer, it's locked in. Are you ready?
Let's go.
Let's reveal your first statement. Please tell me whether you believe it to be true or false. 1960s pop. The Sugars had a hit with Archie Archie. Is that true or false?
I've just got no inkling whatsoever. I'll go false.
False. Vivaldi. The composer Vivaldi's first name was Giuseppe.
I think Giuseppe is a different Italian composer whose name escapes me at the moment. False.
False. Football. Stanley Matthews played for England until he was 50.
Bit before my time, Nick, if I'm honest. But I think I'll go false. False. It seems too old. False.
False. Star Wars. Tom Selleck turned down the role of Han Solo.
Good try trying to trick me up here. Tom Selleck turned down the role of Indiana Jones, and then they brought in Harrison Ford. Han Solo was always going to be Harrison Ford, so that is false.
False. TV drama. Carrie Bradshaw is a character in Gossip Girl.
Now, the name Carrie Bradshaw definitely is at the back of my mind somewhere. And I don't watch Gossip Girl, and I've heard of her, so false again.
False. And finally, keys. A chuck key is used to open any lock.
I have heard of a chuck key before. I'm going to go false again.
False. And with that, Josh, those answers are locked in. Remember, if there's one single mistake, you leave with nothing. So which ones are you worried about?
All of them but D?
Really?
well, actually B. I mean, I'm pretty sure Giuseppe Vivaldi doesn't sound right.
Is there any that you absolutely haven't got a clue on, that you're just like, there's a pure guess?
A. To be honest,
A's the one that's
totally stumped me there.
Let's bring back the usual suspects and see what they have to say. Usual suspects, you can now see the final 6 statements, and next to them are Josh's answers. Josh, your answers are now locked in. You can't change them by yourself, but if you think you've made a mistake, you can unlock the board with the help of the usual suspects. This will, however, come at a cost. Josh, who would you like to hear from first?
Julia.
I think you've got one wrong, and I'm not 100% myself, so I don't want to come down because I don't want to spoil things. I think he's got a jolly good chance here.
Okay, Julia has ruled herself out.
Dave?
I think you've got 2 wrong. I'm not confident enough, I'll rule myself out.
So, Dave's ruled himself out.
John.
I do know you've got a couple wrong. You said you wanted to, anything at £1,000 was okay for yourself, but I'll give you a bonus. I'll come down for 3.
John wants £3,000 of your £5,000 prize fund.
I'm happy to take your offer, John.
Okay, John, negotiations are complete for £3,000 of the £5,000 prize fund. Please come and join us.
Thank you.
Okay, Josh, you've asked John for help. If you achieve perfection, it will cost you £3,000 of your £5,000 prize fund. John, you've now forfeited the chance to play in the next game. This is your only shot at winning perfection. Have you made the right decision? I think we're about to find out. John, £3,000. If you win it, what's it going to be spent on?
Possibly an holiday. Everywhere a bit more, I'd have, put a bit to side sort of thing, like to have a little business on the outside as well, of my job as well.
And Josh, remind us, yours is going to be, your £2,000 will...
Future filming project, get me a good film from that.
All right, very good. Well, all 6 answers are now unlocked. You can change all of them, none of them. What do you think?
I can tell you the ones that I'm definitely certain of.
Yeah.
Right. Harrison Ford was always going to be Han Solo.
Yeah.
Carrie Bradshaw, I recognise the name. I don't watch Gossip Girl, I recognise the name of the show, but Carrie Bradshaw, I know a name from somewhere else, I think.
All
Does that ring any bells with you?
Not Carrie Bradshaw, no.
Okay.
No.
Right. Up to B, Giuseppe Vivaldi. There's another Italian composer called Giuseppe something else, and Giuseppe Vivaldi doesn't sound right to me.
It doesn't sound right to me either.
How about A?
How about here there? I've never heard of the Sugars, and I've never heard of Archie Archie as well. That's
I
the
was
one that
thinking
we're
you'd be
hoping
old
you
enough.
had that one. No.
So would it be fair to say, John, I've listened to you go through those.
Yeah.
You actually said that you had 2 wrong and that you needed to come down and help with.
Yeah.
And in talking it through, am I right in thinking that you don't think he's got any wrong then? Because you haven't come down and changed anything. So when you
feels
said
like we did.
there were two definitely wrong, would it be fair to say that was something of a bluff to get down and join in?
Yeah, possibly you could say that, yes.
Any other way that it could be said, do you think? Because you haven't changed anything, and you said there were two wrong.
No, I think you put it right there, Nick.
Yeah. How do you feel about that, Josh?
It's the name of the game. I've got to live with it, haven't I? So,
Well, yeah, that's true enough, I suppose.
Yeah.
Yeah. So, look, Josh, it is still your decision. Is there anything you want to change?
I think it's mainly A.
Mainly A then.
I'm a bit shaky on E, but other than that, should we just lock him in?
Yeah, let's lock them in.
We'll lock him in.
Locking them in. Okay, £5,000 at stake. £2,000 to Josh, £3,000 to John. 6 answers away. Let's find out if you've achieved perfection. Well, we could start at the top, but to be fair, that's the one that you ummed and ahed about and agonised over. So let's go straight on to B. The composer Vivaldi's first name was Giuseppe. Now, you said this was false. John had no reason to disagree with you. Is it true or false? It is false. Yeah, very well played. Verdi's first name was Giuseppe. Vivaldi's first name was Antonia.
Oh, that's the name, yeah.
Stanley Matthews played for England until he was 50. You said this was false, Josh, because you thought it was just too old to be true. So, is it true or false? Yes, it is false. Very well done. And you're quite right, he did play on until he was quite old, 42, but certainly not 50. So, Tom Selleck turned down the role of Han Solo. Now, you were good enough, Josh, to congratulate us on trying to trip you up on this one, and went into a quite detailed answer of why this was false. Is it true or false? It is false. Just demonstrate it for us on this one. Will you tell us why that's false?
Yep, Tom Selleck was originally offered the role of Indiana Jones in Raiders of the Lost Ark, but he turned it down, so Harrison Ford took it.
Very impressive knowledge of film, but then you chose it for yourself, so it kind of should be, really, shouldn't it? Carrie Bradshaw is a character in Gossip Girl. You said it was false. You kind of recognise the name Carrie Bradshaw, but you don't know what from. This will get you just 2 away from the cash. Is it true or false? It is false. Carrie Bradshaw is from Sex and the City.
Oh, of course.
That's Carrie Bradshaw. So, let's go to F. A chuck key is used to open any lock. Now, you said false again. Is it true or false? It's false. A chuck key is used to loosen or tighten a chuck, which is what holds a drill bit in the end of the drill. Aren't we at an interesting point? Because we now come back to the one, Josh, that you didn't know at all. John said you had 2 wrong and was willing to come down and help. You hoped that he would come down and change this one or confirm for you that you're absolutely right. When John came down, he didn't have a clue either. So we now find out whether you should have changed it or whether you were right to leave it alone, and you won the £5,000. So the Sugars had a hit with Archie Archie. You said it was false. Is it true or false for £5,000? It is false. Congratulations, you have achieved perfection and you won £5,000. Do you know what I like about that the most, Josh? Josh, you're congratulating John and saying, well done, well done, well done. I don't know whether you noticed, but if you look down your column, Josh, that's 6 ticks. You had it all on your own. But, Josh, you still seem very happy with the fact that you're walking out of here with £2,000.
How can you not be happy?
That's a big deal, is it, for you?
Massive, yeah.
Yeah?
Delighted. I can't wait to get on making this film now.
I look forward to seeing it in Cannes.
Oh, well, yeah.
Good luck, and good luck with your film career. John, great news for you. £3,000. That's a big holiday there.
Yeah, probably spend some on an holiday, definitely.
Unfortunately for you, usual suspects, the prize fund has been won, so we reset the total to £1,000 for our next game. Congratulations, Josh
thank you.
and
Thank
John.
you very
You
much.
both walk away with a big chunk of money. Ladies and gentlemen, let's hear it for Josh and John, who achieved perfection. Well, that's all we have time for. Please join us next time when our usual suspects have the chance to play again, this time for £1,000. But remember, it's a tough show to win, but we will pay for absolute perfection. Goodbye.
insider's look at the antiques trade. Put your money where your mouth is for 4:30. Followed by Pointless, we're thinking laterally to come up with the most obscure answers at 5:15.